Outlaw Baseball is live on the radio at KNYN and online at mylocalradio.com. It's another season of Wyoming AA Legion Baseball. Follow the American Legion Post 41 Evanston Outlaws throughout the summer months as we bring you live video and play-by-play coverage. Today's broadcast is being brought to you in part by Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, mylocalradio.com, Best Western Dunmore Inn and Legal Tender Restaurant, West Star Printing, Rocky Mountain Sign, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Seavers Jewelers, Ellingford Brothers, Bear River Dental, The Lumberyard, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Mountain West Business Solutions, Plains Tire, Landmark Plumbing and Heating, Joe's Modern Cleaners, Wyoming Dental Specialties, Uinta County School District No. 1, T-Bar S Body Shop, Dr. McKay Frankham DDS, Evanston Regional Hospital, Flex Fitness, Kazines, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Superior Rental, and the Gun Room. With first pitch quickly approaching, let's head to the booth.
And we join you in progress as Green River is up 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston threatening, runners on second and third base. And we're getting on late because, as Green River tends to do sometimes, they show up late and get us a line of about 23 seconds before first pitch. So we had to get that going. Internet was spotty, but we think we've figured out, gotten past the concrete. I've got our internet source hanging just dangling outside the window. So we should be good on that front as well. So we welcome you to another day of Outlaw Baseball. Wednesday, May 29th, and the scores we mentioned, 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Batter is Ryan Fisher, and he gets hit. That loads the bases up. Green River scored as Jax Peterson got on with a single. Made it to second and third on walks and a hit by pitch, and then came around to score on another walk with the bases loaded. Evanston has the bases loaded themselves. I believe there's no outs. Yeah, that was Ryan Fisher's their third batter, so no outs in the inning. Brings up Seth Lloyd. Takes a high ball one. First two batters for Evanston got on by way of a triple for Reed Gross and then a 5-pitch walk for Jagger Mitchell. We'll give you the defensive alignment for both teams shortly. Foul off for Lloyd. On the mound today for Green River, someone I didn't write down quite yet. Yeah. Hop on that. Got a picture of it here. Had a lineup, and then we didn't have first names on it, so then I had to go back down on that. It is Griffiths. Chase Griffiths on the mound for Green River. Pitch to Lloyd, up high again, ball. And Ramsey Tolliver behind the plate. Ball 4 delivered to Lloyd, and they walk him around. And the Outlaws have tied 1-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. As we mentioned, Reed Gross was leading off for Evanston today. He is the catcher as we have a mound visit. Jagger Mitchell batting second at second base. Ryan Fisher in the outfield batting third. He is standing on second base right now. Seth Lloyd standing on first in the cleanup position at shortstop. Casey Perriman will be the next batter up. He is today's pitcher. He allowed the walk-around RBI to Green River in the first top of the first inning. Brendan Thompson after that. He's at first base. Kendall Cummings in right field. Batting seventh, Jordan Schneider. Batting eighth and playing third base. And Chris Perriman center field and batting ninth. New pitcher for Green River, so just as I got his name down, Griffiths is out at the position. And let's take a look down the numbers. We've got number 23. That's Jax Peterson. So Peterson was getting the start at third base. Now moved to pitcher. We'll have to see where Griffiths goes. quick hook today. Green River is 1-10 on this season. Picked up their first win on May 26th in a doubleheader against Powell. They took the first game 2-1 and lost the second 8-4. Green River, this is scheduled to be the 6th meeting between Evanston and Green River this season, but it is just the 3rd, as we've had multiple cancellations. Looks like Griffiths is at third base. Put him there tentatively. Bases loaded and a new pitcher in for Green River. That is Peterson. Getting his final warm-ups in. Again, Casey Perriman up on deck, or in the on-deck circle right now, coming up to bat. Perriman, a right-handed hitter. Into the box and ready to resume play. Bases loaded, no outs off the stretch. Peterson delivers a fastball strike. Count at 0-1. First base playing at the grass level. Third base at the edge as well, playing a little off the line. Middle of the infield on the outfield edge of the grass. 1-1 count and a foul ball. 1-2. Almost wanted to say Hunter Hicks was on deck, but number 18 is Brendan Thompson collecting the foul ball. 1-2 off speed and outside, 2-2. Last of the scheduled Green River meetings for Evanston, unless there's some tournament meetings upcoming. 3-2 count after another ball. Last year they were scheduled to play every week, and that's about what they did. Had good weather last year. Full count. Hit up high into the air, shallow center field. Coming in and making the play for the first out, Dallin Serrano. Weak throw in home, though, allows the runner to advance, and Jagger Mitchell taps home plate, and the Evanston Outlaws have a 2-1 lead on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Can't say the weather was unplayable in a couple of the canceled games between Evanston and Green River this year. Their May 1st meeting, which was actually Evanston's scheduled 5th game of the year after getting 2-2 in on a Saturday and Sunday at a Casper tournament before that, was 52 degrees at what would have been first pitch. Instead, in Green River, they said they canceled on Evanston. Runner at first going to second. Throw was in time, but a little off the bag, and Seth Lloyd is in safely. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Brendan Thompson up. Peterson off the stretch, outside. Only found out the Powell results because the second base umpire was at those games. Thompson fouls out towards the first baseline and in and out of the glove of Michael Richardson. Keeps Thompson at the plate. Hit the outside edge, a little off the webbing. That rounded off first base mitt. Count at 0-2. Peterson with the pitch. Outside. I think I said that wrong. I think it's at 2-1. Don't have a scoreboard today to double check on that when I get lost in there. The New scoreboard supposed to be put in tomorrow. Opposite field knock into right field. Stays in fair territory past the glove of Richardson. Single, has one runner in, and Seth Lloyd comes around from second. 2 runs in. Fisher and Lloyd both score. Runners at first base now with 1 out on the 2 RBI single by Brendan Thompson. Puts the score at 4-1 Evanston. That brings up right-handed hitter for Evanston, Kendall Cummings. Cummings waggling the bat. Peterson delivers high on a fastball and too high, ball 1. Did not have any Wild Preps updates, as we mentioned, for the last week on Legion Baseball. Strike 1 delivered to Cummings. Evanston went 0-4 at the Rocky Mountain School of Baseball Memorial Tournament. That took their record from 9-3 down to 9-7. Peterson delivers. Hit towards second base. 1 out in the inning. Over to second to turn the double play. Not in time as Cummings beats it out. And actually, that looks like Jordan Schneider, not Cummings. And that's number 1. I think the order got reversed in the time. Yes, it did. Order got reversed, or I wrote it down wrong. Let's take a look. Nope, order got reversed from the time that I got the lineup card to how it ended up working out. So Schneider with the single. He was slated to bat 7. That was as of about 6:30. And Cummings at the plate. Second pitch, up high. Pitch from Peterson. Chopped down towards shortstop, picked up, and overthrown over there by Griffith. Runner retreats back to first, and the runner from first makes it all the way to third on the air by the third baseman, Griffith. Inning continues. There are 2 gone. Runners on first and third. And Chris Perriman, the number 9 hitter, at bat. Evanston bringing all 9 to the plate in the first inning, have 4 runs in. First pitch fouled out of play. Coming in the top of the second, we'll run you through what we had in the top of the first happen for Green River. About as good of a start to a game as they've had all year. 6 men coming to the plate, 1 making its way around. Strike 2 on the outside corner delivered to Perriman. Runners on the corner. Peterson looks over to first and to third. Now back home on the pitch. Foul knocked by Perriman down the third baseline. And now we do get confirmation with that jersey number 20. Jace Griffiths did go just a straight 5-1, 1-5 switch with Peterson. Outside, ball 1 on an 0-2 count to Perriman. Reed Gross with the catcher's gear. Below the waist, warming up in the on-deck circle should he have to come up to bat for a second time this inning. Peterson off speed. Perriman offers at it, a little out in front. High up down the first baseline, and again in and out of the first base glove of Michael Richardson. This time close to the chain link of the Outlaws' first base home dugout. But Richardson just couldn't close on it. The first one was a little bit awkward. He was maybe misreading the ball a little bit and tried to catch it at an angle. This one was straight up and down. He had eyes on the ball. It popped right into the glove and then fell out. Off-speed attempt, misses high, 2-2. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. 4 come around to score for the Outlaws. And as we head to the top of the second inning, it is 4-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. This is the First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
The steel fabrication shop at Ellingford Brothers is available for large and small projects alike. We work with individuals, the public is always welcome, and contractors. We design and build one-of-a-kind projects, plus we fabricate loose parts and heavy equipment, and customize Ford and Dodge pickup truck front bumpers, plus equipment including hitches, trailers, and more. Serving customers since 1936, Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. Call today, 307-789-1515.
Never had a love about you. Confuse the other people walking as you go. Yeah.
Welcome to Ross Kesterson Field, where we are at the top of the second inning here in game number 17 of the Outlaws season for Green River, sitting at 1-10 on the year, game number 12. And there were supposed to be several more games between the Evanston Outlaws and the Green River Knights here in the month of May, as there always have been. It just didn't quite work out that way. There was a lot of cancellations, bad weather, snow even, as it's been about as cold of a start to the late spring, early summer vacation as we've had in recent memory here in Wyoming. Casey Perriman on the mound for the Outlaws as we flip that lineup card over and look onto Green River's side. Perriman, the lefty, delivering on the 1-0. Knocked down to second base. A hot one picked up by Jagger Mitchell, and the throw down the line for Dallin Serrano. Can't make it in time. Throw beats him at first, and Serrano is the first out of the inning. One gone for Green River. They trail 4-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board as we welcome Taden Cave to the plate. Cave, the number 8 hitter. Perriman on the first pitch. Fastball inside. Cave had to dance away from that one. And as we said we would do, well, run through the first inning that we missed due to multiple, as I guess we can call Legion Baseball summer expectations of hang-ups to get on the air. Here's the 1-1. Knocked out into right center. It's a gapper. Schneider on his horse, Cummings rather, as a turnaround and on to second base, make his way on to third. Cave upstanding, held up, a triple with one out. And a gap shot into right center field on the 0-1. Has Green River working, man on third base. And brings up the number 9 man, Marcos Molina. As we mentioned, it was about as strong a start as Green River's had to a game all season long. Jax Peterson at third base led off with a single. That was followed up with a 6-pitch work the count, full count walk by Corbin Serrano, rather. First pitch, a swing and a miss to Molina. With men on first and second then, Joe Schultz got hit by a pitch on the second ball delivered his way. And that loaded the bases up. 1-2 count. 1-1. The pitcher, Jace Griffiths, and he was the pitcher for officially an sideways infinity mark. He brought in the first run of the game on a walk himself. High foul ball up towards the first baseline. Thompson loses a read on it. May have rolled his ankle in the process. And it's at bat continues. 1-2 the count. Pardon me, Jace Griffiths with the bases loaded flew out to right field. And there was no advance attempted at third base. Then Ramsey Tolliver had a full count walk with the bases loaded. That brought up Michael Richardson, who grounded out into a double play to short to end the inning. 1-2 count to Molina. Make it a 2-2 count. Down in the dirt, ball past Gross towards the first base dugout. No advance attempted on third base. And so the count goes full. Score stays 4-1. Full count. And the pitch is a ball. That puts runners on the corner for the leadoff man, Jax Peterson. Peterson 1 for 1 today. First pitch by Perriman bounced. That allows the runner to advance onto second base. So runners on second and third, one out. For Perriman, we've just updated the pitch count for him. He stands at 31 through 1 1/3 innings. Second pitch is high. Peterson held in a while on the delivery. It was up and near his head, but not afraid. Quick wind for Perriman. Bounces, again past the plate. Runner coming home. They may have a play. It goes off the body of the batter who did not get out of the way. Or as Reed said, my bad, I threw it right at him. So the run scores on the wild throw by Perriman. 4-2 the Impact Physical Therapy Board score says. Evanston on top of Green River. And now there's a conference between third base coach and the home plate umpire. And as I said, I do not have access to a scoreboard. So if there's a discussion, we need to pay special attention to see if that's an out or a run. I may need to yell down. Working on the assumption that it's 4-2 with one out. The ball did hit the batter, but Gross had room to get around him. 4-0 count and a walk, and then a missed throw back to the pitcher's mound allows another run to come around and score. Make it 4-3. So it was another ball bounced by Perriman, and then Gross overthrew it, or Perriman wasn't looking. One of the two, and it dribbled past the pitcher's mound. The runners at second and third both broke for third and home. And we've got runners on the corner. Still one out. At the plate, Corbin Serrano. He walked last inning. Runner going for second, and he got such a good break that it may have been called a balk. Either way, he was halfway there, and Perriman had already committed to going to home, so there was not much he could do about it. Runners at second and third. Knocked over to second base. Runner at first scores. Ball gets past first on a routine play, headed home. The second runner goes down. He slides, but Gross applies the tag on the throw from Brendan Thompson. So an E4 becomes an out, but another run scores for Green River, and we're knotted up. have a runner at second base, 2 outs, 4-4 the score for Evanston and Green River on the Impact Physical Therapy board. And at the plate, Jace Griffiths. Or no, Joe Schultz, I believe. Hard to keep track with play going as it has. A strike delivered to Perriman, and that's his first in a while, it seems. Threw 4 balls to Peterson. Got Serrano on a 1-2 count. Hit into the gap. At shortstop. Picked up in left field. Runners playing station to station. On the corners, first and third on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Still 2 outs. Now it brings Jace Griffiths up. He flew out to right field on a second pitch swing. Casey Perriman pitched on Saturday in Salt Lake and ran the count up then. Running it up a bit now, and again, the runner taking off for second. Perriman throws back to first, and so the runner's in standing with a stolen base. And Green River has figured out something with the windup. Perriman has a tell or is hesitant to go over to first base, and so they're not hesitating to run on him. Evanston defeated Green River earlier in the season. 26-2, I believe the score was. But just like last year when Evanston had Green River's number and the year before that, the final meeting in May between the two teams is a close one. Runners at second and third. Two outs. Jace Griffiths still at the plate, awaiting the first pitch. Here's the delivery from Perriman. Inside for a ball. One 1-0 count. Hit to short. A slow roller. A tough play for Lloyd. The throw across and the stretch by Thompson. Kept it in his glove. Did the splits and now reeling from the effects. But the Outlaws are out of the inning and stay tied. 2 runners stranded after the top of the second. We go to the bottom half next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
We each have 168 hours in every week. When you exercise 2 to 3 hours a week, everything about your life gets better. I know this from personal experience. This is Ben Carden, owner of Flex Fitness Gym in Evanston. 2 to 3 hours of exercise per week will help you feel better, you will have more energy and confidence, your clothes will fit better, and the list goes on. Set yourself up for success. Visit Flex Fitness today and let us help you achieve a more healthy lifestyle. Flex Fitness, 100 Yellow Creek Road, right next to Smith's in Evanston.
It certainly has not been a banner start for the Evanston Outlaws on the defense or on the mound, but they do have 4 runs in after the first inning, and Reed Gross leads off, as he did last inning. The second. Green River has already made a pitching change. They started with Jace Griffiths, and then after 3 bad at-bats, maybe 4, they made a change to Jax Peterson. 4 runs were still given up. But on Evanston's side, with Casey Perriman not seeming to have his control intact, you wonder how long the leash is for him on the mound. Here's the first pitch from Peterson, a righty-on-righty matchup against Gross, and it's a strike. Peterson's shown more control than Griffiths had. The Outlaws were still able to get bat on ball. Here's the 0-1. Down low and 1-0. Peterson on the mound, setting up out of the full wind. Here's the delivery, fastball, and low for a ball. Whatever it was, Green River found out something on the base pass and realized they could run roughshod on Casey Perriman. High fastball, curveball, and it's 3-1. That meant any base runner to first was an automatic base runner onto second base, as at least in that first inning, Perriman and second inning proved helpless in trying to get the runners out. It's a walk to Gross, and we move on to the number 2 hitter, Jagger Mitchell. Both of these young men scored in the first inning. In fact, the first 4 batters for Evanston all touched home plate in Gross, Mitchell, Fisher, and then Lloyd. Kendall Cummings was the first out. Make it Casey Perriman was the first out with a fly out to center in the 5 spot. Short lead at first base. Gross always a base-stealing threat. First pitch, a little off speed. Swing and a foul for Mitchell. No one playing close to the bag at second. And Michael Richardson, the first baseman, playing tight on the bag, signals out to his shortstop, saying it's yours. And I think it should be the second baseman's. Gross does go, and Tolliver drops the ball in the exchange, trying to throw down to second. It's 1-1 on the count. Gross has taken second base. Probably a pretty predictable move with the leadoff man and Gross getting on. He tends to go quite a bit, and Green River's run a lot on Evanston, so they probably think they need to get something back in that department. Strike 2 delivered to Mitchell. Jagger walked on a 3-1 count last inning. Here's the pitch off the stretch. Down the third base line. Cutting past the glove of Griffith, rolling into foul territory. Gross turns the corner easily, does score. On to second, a tight play, and safe sliding in feet first is Mitchell. A swing around from home to second, from second to home, and the Outlaws have retaken the lead 5-4 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Brings Ryan Fisher to the plate. No outs in the inning. Fisher was hit on the 7th pitch he saw in the first inning. That loaded up the bases for the Outlaws. And then Seth Lloyd, standing on deck, walked on 5 pitches. First pitch, a ball down in the dirt, and Tolliver is having a lot of work, as did Reed Gross in the first couple of innings with his pitcher. Ball's going all around. 1-run lead for the Outlaws. Mitchell, good speed at second, but probably not going to go. Especially not with a 2-0 count on Fisher. Maybe not in years past, but at least in the last couple of years, it's been rare to see an Outlaw try to take third base. Second base, of course, a different story, as that's the longest distance for a catcher to make the throw. Knocked out into left field. Texas leaguer drops between third base and left. And an RBI single for Ryan Fisher. Outlaws lead 6-4. Reed Gross comes around, touches home, and heads back to the dugout. Seth Lloyd to the plate in what will be pitch number 30 for Jax Peterson. No outs. Runner on first base. First pitch, Lloyd likes it. Chops it down the first base line. Richardson blocks it, picks it back up and goes to his feet, touches first base, and a ground out advances Ryan Fisher to first base to second. And is our first out of the bottom of the second inning. 6-4 the score. Right-handed hitter Casey Perriman, the pitcher for Evanston, at the plate. Good lead at second. Fastball, strike one taken. Oh, 1 count for Peterson on the mound. Looking down the barrel to Perriman. Throw back to second. They've got him picked off. Fisher takes off for third. Throw down to third. Fisher retreats. Griffiths takes it a long way, maybe waited too long, and instead, he hesitates to throw, allows Fisher to dive face first into second base and get back safely. Griffith, with the hesitation, costs an out that would have been the second of the inning, with Green River trailing by 2. Caught in a pickle, and Ryan Fisher works his way out. So now we move our attention back to home plate. The count is 1-1. Casey Perriman, 0 for 1 on the day. Second and short retreating. Off the stretch. Hit straight up the middle. Into the glove a second. Throw down to first. Out number 2. Runner in Fisher advances on to third. Two gone. And at the plate, it's Brendan Thompson. Thompson watches a curveball dip into the zone for strike one. Off the stretch, another curveball. Thompson reaches out, slaps it back to the mound. Underhand toss from Peterson onto first base, and the Outlaws score twice. But Green River stops it right there with a pair of consecutive outs to end the inning. We move on to the third next. Green River at the plate when we return on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Some Butterfinger didn't bother to look, and your car goes crunch. Now it looks like the outside of a salted nut roll. People snicker as you drive down the road. Stop the laughter. Let the Three Musketeers at T-Bar S Body Shop come to your rescue and fix your car. When you drive off, you'll feel like you're skipping across the Milky Way again. You'll think of Matt Rex as the big hunk who came to your rescue. Dents removed, glass chips repaired, and windshields replaced. T-Bar S Body Shop and Glass Repair on County Road, across from the cemetery in Evanston. Sweet.
The first school in Evanston opened in 1870 with 8 students. Since the very beginning, excellence in education has been the goal. Dedicated teachers and staff, board members, and community members have focused on student learning. The Uintah County School District No. 1 has graduated many young men and women who have gone on to be successful, productive citizens, parents, and leaders around the world. Our heritage continues today. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Welcome back to Ross Kesterson Field here in Evanston, Wyoming, where we find ourselves in the top of the third inning in a 6-4 matchup. And to lead the inning off, it's Ramsey Tolliver, the number 5 man in the order for Green River, trailing by 2 runs. Casey Perriman is allotted the start of another inning. He's thrown 38 through the first 2, allowed 4 runs. Has been erratic on the mound when location is concerned. See if he can wrangle it in at all as we start the third. First pitch, a fastball, fouled out of play hard by Talifero. A 1 count. Perriman wearing a 2-tone glove for this contest. Chop foul by Tolliver. The webbing is a bright red color, whereas the rest of it is that light leather tan. Outlaws wearing the stirrups today, the blue and white stirrups. White uniforms, blue sleeves. Ball 1 delivered on an 0-2 count. Green River also wearing stirrups, but black and white in variety, white pants. And three-tone jerseys. Here's the 1-2, outside for a ball. The bottom half of the jersey is hunter green. The middle is a stripe of black, and then the top is white with Knights in black lettering across the face of the chest. Black sleeves on the jerseys. Here's the 2-2. Fill the count up. Tolliver being patient. He worked a full count walk his first time up. Here's the pitch. Out into the gap. Splits it between third and short. A leadoff single for Ramsey Tolliver. Hustles down to first, turns the corner, and then retreats back to the bag. Brings up the first baseman, Michael Richardson. Richardson grounded out into the inning-ending double play back in the first inning, so this is his second time up. The lefty Perriman looks back to first. First pitch, chopped to third, and Schneider pulled an Olay move. He had it, and then at the last second, I think he judged the hop wrong. His glove backed out of the way, and it goes into left field for what will probably be ruled a single, but could just as easily be ruled an error. Now, it did not touch his glove. Puts runners on first and second base. Up to the plate, it's Dallin Serrano. Serrano, a ground-out victim to start the second inning, shows bunt and pulls back. It's a strike call. Brendan Thompson at first base, charging hard down the line, trying to force a throw down to third base for a possible double play at third and second. Force at any of the three bases with no outs. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown again, this time low. Count goes 1-1. Tolliver at second. Richardson at first. Count is 1-1 to Casey Perriman. Here's the delivery. And no bunt shown this time. Holding all the way and seeing a strike whistle on by. It's 1-2 to Serrano. Down 2. Here's the 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. A punch out by Perriman as we get our first out of the inning. Runners hold at first and second. Never mind. The first pitch must have been called a ball. So now we're at 3-2. Again, no scoreboard today, so if I lose count, it's until I see something different. There is a small scoreboard directly below us, but that's not going to do me much good. And here's the punch out. Finally, on a full count pitch, I believe. Let's check that out and see what we got. A 3-2. Yes, it was a full count punch out for Perriman. One gone, and the first pitch down in the dirt delivered to Taden Cave. Count goes 1-0. Here's the second pitch. Up above the zone and strike, no ball. 2-0. Runners on second and first. Here's the delivery from Perriman. Make it 3-0. Location has disappeared again for Casey. And Green River's just fine with that. They've gotten on with a single and an error. That just checked the game changer, and the official ruling is an error on Jordan Schneider down at third base. That reached Michael Richardson. 3-1 count Delivery inside, and a walk. Bases loaded for the Green River Knights. Talaferro at third base. And a mound visit. And a pitching change at center field. I think it's a brother switch. Casey Perriman is on the mound, but Chris Perriman was called in from center field. We will take a break and give you the information that we have following this pitching change next. This is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNY on 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. In the top of the third inning, the bases are loaded for Green River, but Evanston is still holding on to a 2-run lead on the Impact Physical Therapy board.
When you hear Lazy Boy, Serta, and Ashley, what do you think of? Probably recliners, counting sheep, and furniture. Well, now you need to add Kazine's Furniture to that thought. What about GE and Simmons Beauty Rest? Don't forget to add Kazine's Furniture to that thought. Whenever you think of top-of-the-line brand-name furniture, think Kazine's Furniture. From the front room to the bedroom, the kitchen to the office, Kazine's has the furniture you're looking for. Kazine's Furniture on Front Street in Evanston. Ask about 6 months, no interest, OAC. New owners, new inventory, Kazine's Furniture.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Self-control. My desperation's overload.
Chris Perriman inherits 3 base runners here in the top of the third inning with 1 out. Perriman goes from 8 to 1. Casey Perriman from 1 to 8. So it's a center to pitcher, pitcher to center switch for the Outlaws. At the plate, the number 9 hitter, Marcos Molina for Green River. Takes ball 1. Second pitch is outside, and it's 2-0. Wondered when we might see Chris Perriman take the mound, and if it might be today, and so he takes over with an out in the third inning. Just as his brother was experiencing here, Chris having some location issues. The count is 3-0. Bases loaded. To avoid walking in a run, he cannot. 4 straight balls, and the Outlaws have made it 5 runs for Green River. And out of those 5, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4. Not a single one has been driven in by way of a hit. 2 by walks and 2 by errors. Turns the lineup over to Jax Peterson. Bases still loaded. Looking for his first strike. Thrown and fouled off. Chris found the zone that time. Peterson offered, chopped it down the third base line weakly. Didn't even make it halfway down that 90-foot line to the bag. Bases loaded. Full windup for Perriman. Up at the head level. Jax backs away from it. It's 1-1. One delivery. Perriman outside, and it's 2-1. Perriman already walked one of Casey's inherited runners in. This is chop out into shallow left field. Play made. Runner tagging, but just faking back home. No advance attempted. Bases stay loaded. There are 2 outs. Peterson is retired on a 1-2 delivery. A 2-1 delivery. And here's the first pitch to Corbin Serrano. It's high and a ball. Second pitch of ball as well. 2-0, bases loaded, 2 gone, and it plunks him. Serrano flips the base. Ball bat down towards the on-deck circle, looking in frustration as he's tied the game out, but had to take one on the back to do so. It's a windy one out. I have the American flag whipping out in the back right end of the camera view. If you can see online, we have heavy shadows, which we can get most of the field in the view, but the shadows as these late day games, especially starting at 7 p.m., will take a lot of visibility out. Ball down the third base line from Schultz, past the glove of Schneider. 1 run in, a second one to take the lead and then gain on it. It is 8-6 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. The Green River Knights have a 2 RBI double. Joe Schultz down the line, and again, we have to wait and see on that one. It was a well-hit ball down the line, so I would tend to mark that as a hit, not an error on Schneider. But nonetheless, 2 more score for Green River. Now Jace Griffiths at the plate. Runners on first and second. First pitch of ball. So all of the inherited runners have come around to score. Knocked out into right center field. On the run and making the grab to end the inning, Kendall Cummings ends it. Green River takes a lead off of a 4-run inning. The Outlaws trail 8-6 to Green River on the Impact Physical Therapy board. And this is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
There is no job too small or too big. You'll find what you need at the Lumberyard in Evanston. We carry over 25,000 products under one roof. If we don't have it, we can order everything you need to finish every project, large or small. The Lumberyard also delivers. Make sure you always check the Lumberyard first. Excellent prices, great customer service, and quality products. Now you can even shop online at thelumberyard.com. The Lumberyard, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
The official ruling is in, and it was an error by Joe Schultz, not a hit. That scored the 2 runners, so 2 errors in the inning, or in the past 2 innings for Jordan Schneider at third base as Evanston continues to look around to find a spot. Jordan Schneider getting a look today. It's been a tough run so far on things. And we have Jax Peterson at the plate. It is Kendall Cummings. Peterson replaced Griffiths with no outs back in the first, and he has given up several runs, but Green River has scored a lot. Now, we mentioned earlier that they have not scored a run by way of a hit, and I thought that those 2 runs in might go that way. But as it turned out, it ended up being ruled an E5, so 2 runs in by way of walks, opposite field knock, and caught out there. For the first out of the inning, it's Taden Cave making the catch. And 1 gone for the Outlaws. No one on. 7-6. So was there a run? Was that called for interference down there?
Yeah, they called it back and then
okay.
Then they scored like the next play.
Thank you. Okay, got some clarification. Again, we don't have a scoreboard, so like I said, we had a little bit of guesswork. So way back when there was the runner coming home, it was ruled interference after a conference. So it's 7-6, not 8-6. Big miss on the pitch by Jax Peterson. He threw it over the head of everyone. Appreciate the clarification there, as we don't have a scoreboard in sight and never saw a definitive marking either way for which way that play was going. So 7-6 back in that, what was that? Oh man, was that the second inning, I think it was? When the runner came home and it went off the back of the batter on the toss home from Reed Gross looking for Casey Perriman. Was ruled an out, so the run did not score. Swing and a miss, and a full count to Jordan Schneider. Chris Perriman on deck for Evanston. Here's the pitch. And a walk delivered by Jax Peterson. One out and one man on first base. Number 9 man, Casey Perriman. Well, Casey Perriman's brother, Chris Perriman, at the plate. He struck out on a 7-pitch at-bat. If you're watching or following on Game Changer, it says D. Perriman, and that's for his nickname, which is Durf. Strike one delivered to Chris. Peterson in the set position. Stretches and throws it way out of play, all the way to the backstop. Runner at first, easy advance onto second base. Well, now I'm noticing that, oh, never mind. It did not switch that back. We had the 7-8 hitters backwards from what the way that when the lineup was officially put in. I guess it got switched late. And so Schneider at first. Weak ground ball down to the shortstop, but the speed of Perriman beats it out for an infield single. Joe Schultz couldn't make the throw in time. Chris Perriman on to first base. Runners on the corner. Reed Gross turns the lineup over. He's reached base successfully both times. First on a triple, then on a walk. Peterson looks back. Now delivers off the stretch. First pitch to Gross is a ball. Gross has reached successfully twice, as has the number 2 man in the order, Jagger Mitchell. Ryan Fisher has reached successfully twice. He's the number 3 man. Have to go all the way down to Seth Lloyd at number 4. He's 1 for 2 on reaching base. Walked his first time, grounded out his second. Runner takes off for second. Fake throw by Talaferro at second. Down to third. He knocks it off the glove, and it's an advance for everyone on an error. Schneider scores. Game is tied, and on to third base is Chris Perriman. Count at 2-1. Stretch and a strike. Outlaws have scored the tying run here in the third. Scheduled 7-inning game, and it looks like we may be headed that way. Off-speed bouncer and blocked by Tolliver. Perriman was racing for home and then had to back up. Was able to retreat back to third base in time. Full count to Gross. The stretch. Curveball dips in. Make it 3-2 rather. It was 3-1. You like having that scoreboard for reasons like this. Now, the fans do have a scoreboard. It's not like there's nothing in this Here's the pitch, and it bounces off, goes to the backstop, run scores on the walk. Jagger Mitchell taps home. Or taps the helmet, rather, of Chris Perriman, who scores, and will come to bat. Outlaws lead it 8-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Jax Peterson, that may be it for him. We will see. He is headed for the bench to, I think, get another glove, perhaps. That usually means we've got a pitching change. And it looks like that is the case. We'll check that out, take a break here, and be back with a new pitcher for Green River. Next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. The Outlaws lead Green River 8-7 here in the bottom of the third on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Corbin Serrano becomes the third pitcher of the day for Green River. Serrano moves from second base to the pitcher's mound, and he faces the number 2 man in the order with 1 out and 1 man on for the Evanston Outlaws. Jagger Mitchell at the plate. 2 for 2 in reaching base. First pitch, hit up towards us, foul and out of play. Serrano, the third pitcher in as many innings for Green River. Set for the second throw. Down in the dirt, ball. Reed Gross at first base. He stole a base last time up. Now on 1-1. Here's the pitch, fastball out to left field. Tailing and retreating back, trying to get it in the sun, making the grab, Marcus Molino. Makes the second out of the inning, holds Gross at first base. And there are 2 gone. Quick work for Corbin Serrano to retire the first batter that he sees on 3 pitches. Ryan Fisher to the plate. Playing left field today. Had a 7-pitch at-bat his first time up and a 3-pitch at-bat his second time. Resulted in a hit batsman and a single. First time and first pitch he sees here is a ground out to shortstop, force at second, and the inning is over. Outlaws score twice to take the lead back as we move to the top of the 4th inning next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Evanston leads Green River on the Impact Physical Therapy board 8-7.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
the Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
What meets the eye, defeat me mentally. I like to see you try. Back on backpack flows and pack shows in the back rows.
The top of the 4th inning brings Ramsey Tolliver to the plate. He led off the 3rd inning and started off a 4-run slot for the Green River Knights, where they took a 7-6 lead. Evanston scored 2 in the bottom half to make it 8-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board, where we stand now. Chris Perriman on the inning for his 2nd inning of work. However, he came in a third of the way through in relief for his brother Casey. On the season, Chris Perriman is number 6 in innings pitched for the Outlaws, but that's a big drop-off from number 5 in Gus Allred at 11.1 to Chris Perriman coming into the game at 4.2. He delivers a strike to Tolliver on the first pitch and then hits him on the second. That puts a man on just as Tolliver led off, making it to first in the 3rd inning. Turn it over to Michael Richardson. He reached base last inning as well. So back to Chris Perriman. On the year, 4.2, so that puts him at just an out away from 6 on the season. His ERA stands at 7.5. That translates to 5 earned runs given up on 8 hits. Also has 7 strikeouts, so a little bit more swing and miss action than he had last year. First pitch up high, and ball 1 to Richardson. Perriman looks over to first base. Tolliver, a short lead, but not a base stolen threat, at least not on that pitch. Swing and a miss by Richardson. 1-1 count. Setting up for the 1-1. Richardson smacks out into right center. Casey Perriman on the run, has to retreat and get it all the way back to the warning track, in and out of his glove. Tolliver hustling on his way to third base, runners at 2nd and 3rd, a double on the second pitch he sees. And it's 2nd and 3rd, as we said, for Green River, down by a single point in the game. Dallin Serrano up. First pitch from Perriman, a ball, down low. Full windup for Perriman. Outside and a ball again. Brendan Thompson down at first base, playing on the line and toward the grass. Middle of the infield, playing deep. And Serrano's hit. Loads the bases up, 1, 2, 3. Mound visit for Lloyd. See if that's it for Perriman. And it will be. Casey will probably be heading from center over to perhaps right field, as we've got Kendall Cummings coming into the infield. Jagger Mitchell will take the plate. Jagger Mitchell pitching when we come back. Bases loaded for Green River. 8-7 the tally. Evanston over the Knights on the First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on K9 Radio.
Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need them, they'll be there. Specializing in plumbing, air conditioning repairs, furnace installation and repairs, water heaters, HVAC system installation and maintenance. What's in your ductwork? Landmark Plumbing and Heating. And do your excavation work for septic systems and sewer cleaning. 307-789-8793. You'll find them in Evanston. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Jagger Mitchell on the mound for Evanston. He came over from playing second base. That pushes. Is that Kendall? No, Jordan Schneider at second. Casey Perriman goes to right field. Chris back to center. And it looks like Ryan Fisher at third base. And then Cummings would be at left. First pitch out into center. Scores run with the bases loaded. Gets through two outfielders as they converge. Cummings and Perriman converge, and 2 runs score around. Runners stay on the corners, and Green River has regained the lead on a single and then a second advance on the outfield error. Not sure who to attribute that to, whether Perriman, he was the one going for the ball, and it looked like Cummings tangled him up, so maybe you go that way. Well, Casey Perriman is in left field then, and Ryan Fisher has come in to play the infield at third base. First pitch of this at-bat by Jagger goes to the backstop, and a third run comes in. Corbin Serrano scores for Green River, and it's 10-8. Only one runner left on base, and he stands on second. Top of the fourth inning. 3 runs in for Green River. No outs. Tayden Cave at the plate. Swing. Cut through. Make it Marcos Molina at the plate. And it's a strike 1 on the foul. Mitchell looks back to second, now comes home. Out toward the bullpen on a foul ball. 0-2. Number 9 man Molina has scored twice today, reaching both times in the second and third inning on walks. Delivery on the 0-2. Foul it off and try it again. Count stays at 0-2. And a timeout called at home and given to Molina. Shadows come all the way around. Sun about to set. The lights are on here at Ross Kesterson Field in a 10-8 game. Green River leading Evanston. 0-2, chop to the pitcher's mound. Mitchell, underhand throw to first base. And they have an out. Runner advances on to third. 1 gone, lineup turns over. Jax Peterson, he pitched in the first, second, and third innings for Green River. He relieved Jace Griffiths and was relieved by Corbin Serrano last inning. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Any ball hit to the right side probably scores a run, but Thompson is playing close down the line. Mitchell misses big on the second pitch toward the head of Peterson. Count at 1-1. Wind up for Mitchell. Delivers low. Reed Gross gets a lot of dirt in his glove picking that ball up. And it's been a tough day to be a backstop either for Evanston or Green River today. Both catchers having to do a lot of moving around, a lot of damage control. 2-1. Make it 3-1. Mitchell taking his time, setting up. Into the windup, to the side, inside, and high. A walk. Runners on the corners does set up a double play. That's the silver lining for Evanston. Corbin Serrano at the plate. Serrano has reached base all 3 times. Walked his first. Reached on an error at second base in the second and was hit in the third. Mitchell looks back the runner at first. Now hoping to focus on home. Infield at double play depth up the middle. First place holding on the bag. Here's the pitch. Chop foul. Ten runs given up for Green River by Evanston today is more than they've given up to Green River all year long. Runner takes off for second. Throw faked by Gross. And fielder indifference allows the steal there, not wanting to give up the runner at third, already down by 2. Chop foul. Count at 1-2. Still 4 innings of offense to work with for the Outlaws, but 10 runs in not even 4 complete. Just 3 1/3 already is alarming for this Evanston team, already on a 4-game skid. That following the Rocky Mountain School of Baseball trip over the weekend. It ended up being Saturday, Sunday, initially scheduled for Friday, Saturday. All of Friday's games were canceled due to weather. It's been a common theme throughout this season. Chop foul again to stay alive. It just has not been a year to get baseball games in. And here we're already to May 29th. And this is one of the better days we've had for baseball. And we're sitting at maybe 50 and now probably surely into the 40s in degrees. Battling and staying alive. Another foul ball delivered by Serrano. Here's the pitch from Mitchell. Inside and a ball. Full count. Runners on second and third. The pitch. Chopped up high. Floating. Sky high into right field. The catch made. The runner fakes a tag. Out number 2. Runners stay at second and third. Serrano is retired. On to Joe Schultz. He hit a hard one down the third base line past the glove of Jordan Schneider at third base. Was ruled an error. Really, I think could have gone either way, but 2 runs scored off of that play. Three runs in after a 4-run third inning for Green River. They have 10 in all and a 2-run advantage over Evanston. First pitch to Schultz. Up high. Stays in the infield. Seth Lloyd makes the play. No, Brendan Thompson tries to make it, and he drops it. An error continues the inning and allows Jax Peterson to score from second base. So 2 runs come in as everyone's running with 2 gone. 1 run, make it 2 runs, score on the E4. That means about half of today's runs have scored by way of errors for Evanston. And the Outlaws continue to implode. Seemed like that was surely the end of the inning. A little pop-up by Schultz, who was hanging on at first base, watching it go, and Thompson at first trying to make the catch. Cannot. Turns it over to the cleanup man, who fouls it up towards Thompson, trying to redeem himself, and again misreads it in foul territory. Does not get a glove up on it. So Jace Griffiths still at the bat. A little bit of shock as I look down to the Outlaws dugout is what I see. 12 runs for Green River. This at the halfway mark of the game. Runner at first goes. Hit down to Seth Lloyd. Through his glove. Can anyone get a fielding play down for the Outlaws to get out of this inning? First, the error by Thompson, and a hot shot right up the base. But you usually think when you got your shortstop and Seth Lloyd there, he'll make the play. And just nothing on the hops coming up Evanston's way. Runners at first and second. 12-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. At the bat, Ramsey Tolliver. 5-man in the order. Sees a slow ball. Knocked up high to left field. Has Perriman on the run. Misses the catch. He had it and then lost it. It's 1 run. And then the second will retreat back to third base. So another run comes in. Joe Schultz scores. Not sure if that one's an error, but it's close. Perriman was backing up on it. Had the glove out and then at the last second lost it in the air. And all I can see is if that's the third error in the inning, there's got to be some weird sight lines up in the sky as the lights are on, the sun's down, but something has to be messing with these Outlaws. Runners at second and third. Michael Richardson at the plate. 13-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Pitch from Mitchell. Richardson fouls it off. Still 2 outs. And the call is, indeed, error. So 3 errors in a row has continued the inning. 13-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. And remember, one of those runs was not awarded to Green River because of batter interference. So it could very well be 14-8. Two men on second and third, still 2 outs. The pitch from Mitchell. Swing and a miss and a strikeout finally ends the inning. The Outlaws allow a dozen more runs, it seems. A baker's dozen is what we're up to now. 13 after 6 allowed in the inning. On to the bottom of the 4th next. This is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. 13-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Green River leads Evanston.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Bedroom on a poster. I bet she know what's up when I approach her. Boyfriend came in last place. We up in the sky like a vulture.
13-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard as Corbin Serrano enters the game once again at pitcher. Started at second base. He is the third man to take the mound for Green River today and made quick work of his batsmen when he did. 4 pitches produced 2 outs on the 2 and 3 men of Jagger Mitchell and Ryan Fisher. And Seth Lloyd leads off this inning, taking ball 1 high and away from Serrano. The score, 13-8. 6 runs in the inning and 3 in a row on air counts. First, a pop-up to first base. First, second base area dropped. Then a shot up the second base. An air by Lloyd at short. And then finally, a deep hit toward and near the warning track area. Casey Perriman lost it in the air, and that was a third error in a row. 4 runs came around on that. Seth Lloyd takes a 4-pitch walk to lead things off for the Outlaws. And Casey Perriman to the plate. Lloyd a lefty, now to a righty, Perriman. Brendan Thompson on deck. Serrano off the stretch, bounces it. Quick glove work behind the plate by Tolliver. High pitch counts for a couple of these guys. Casey Perriman finished at 81 total pitches thrown and just a 42% strike percentage. Runner at first fakes, and Lloyd may have gotten to the pitcher's head because it was well off the mark. Count at 2-0 to Casey Perriman. Those 81 pitches for Perriman coming in 3 complete. Knockout into left field. Dropped in. And a single out and left. And I think I may have, it was not quite that high. That's incorrect because Chris Perriman is not counted for on that. And I was thinking I had Casey in the 50s range and then Chris in maybe the 30s range. So on Game Changer, I've seen a switch off there. Is that as, it was not. It was 81 combined for the Perriman brothers. Jagger Mitchell on the mound for Evanston as of the last inning. He's at 28. Brendan Thompson at the plate with runners at first and second base on a walk and a single. Ball 1 taken by Thompson. Serrano comes home, delivers inside on a fastball, ball 2. Warrants a catcher mound visit with Tolliver and Serrano. Take a look at the fielding errors today. For Green River, they've had a couple. Jace Griffiths had 1 at third base. Ramsey Tolliver credited with 1 as well. For Evanston, Reed Gross, Seth Lloyd, Jagger Mitchell, Casey Perriman, Chris Perriman, Jordan Schneider, and Brendan Thompson all have an error, and Schneider credited with 2. Fastball strike. Eight errors in all for Evanston in 4 innings. 2-1 count. Serrano comes home. Fastball inside and ball 3. And that makes sense when you see the RBI count for Green River stands at just 5. Fastball. Thompson takes it, and a walk loads the bases. brings Kendall Cummings to the plate. With the bases loaded, no outs in the inning. First pitch, a ball. Cummings 0 for 2 on the game. Inside, takes up another ball. 2-0. Green River has 6 RBIs, as we were mentioning. 13 runs. So not a lot being batted in. And in fact, it's even fewer than that. 3-0 count to Cummings. Because out of those supposed 6 RBIs, let's take a look at how many came by way of a walk or a hit batsman, because those count officially in the book as RBIs. The first run was scored by a walk around, so that's one of them. And I think there was another one. Error, hit by pitch, so that's 2, 3. Error. Hit on up the middle of the field. Cummings has a single. 1 run scores. They play station to station. Everyone advances 1. Seth Lloyd home. And the Outlaws have climbed 1 run closer here in the bottom of the 4th. 13-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. So back to what we were talking about. Pass ball, error. Oh my goodness. What have they gotten their RBIs from? I think they have 1 actual RBI hit in. Well, a couple, but one hit that knocked in a couple of RBIs, I should say. First pitch taken for a strike by Jordan Schneider at the plate with the bases still loaded by the Outlaws. No outs in the inning, down by 4 in the bottom of the 4th. I think we marked at least 4, if not 5, of those so-called RBIs had nothing to do with a hit. Schneider knocks out to right field. Runner tagging at third. Could be a close play, but a weak throw from right field makes it a stand-up advance. Advancing home to score and make it 13-10, Casey Perriman. And the first out is delivered, a sacrifice fly by Jordan Schneider. Brings up Chris Perriman as the runners have gone on to first and third. Serrano taking his time. He's given up a couple of runs here in the bottom half. Fastball, strike 1. Serrano set. The pitch up high. Ball 1. Going through the box score, again, I am only able to see 1 run that came around on a single. And that was Ramsey Tolliver, who was driven in by the Tayden Cave hit in the 4th inning. Pop-up foul and out of play. The first run by walk. The second run scored by error, as was the third. The 4th run came in through a walk. The 5th through a hit by pitch. Here is the pitch. Hit opposite field. Deep out by Chris Perriman. Has the fielder on his heels. He underplays it. 1 run around. Thompson scores. A second being scored as well, standing up and in. The Outlaws are within 1 run on the Impact Physical Therapy board as Kendall Cummings scores. A triple by Chris Perriman. And I think it will stand as a triple as the right fielder, yes, Tayden Cave did have a glove outstretched, but he was on the run in the process. Let's wait for it to update and see what the ruling is. But Reed Gross comes to the plate with runner on third base and 2 already in. 13-12 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. The Outlaws have crawled back. Ball gets past Tolliver, and the game is tied. Chris Perriman scores on the wild throw by Serrano, and we have a barn burner in this game. It's the bottom of the 4th inning. The game started an hour and 45 minutes ago, and it is 13-13. Barely a complete game by Legion standards. We've already played a complete game's worth of time. 2-0 count to Gross. Gross knocks it back to the mound. One hop to second base. The throw is in time, just beating Reed Gross by half a step. There are 2 gone. Bases are empty, 2 outs, and Jagger Mitchell to the plate. Chris Perriman's knock is held up as a triple. 8 errors for the Outlaws today. That is the reason Green River is tied at 13 apiece on the Impact Physical Therapy board. It's been an erratic pitching night for both sides, though. That has to be figured in. Serrano against Mitchell. First pitch is a ball. Temperatures continuing to drop here, and now we're probably into the low 40s. Blankets coming out in the fan section. Second pitch, pulled out into left field. And a jump throw, tumble down to the ground, and Marcus Molina makes the 3rd out of the inning. The Outlaws score 5, but they move to the top of the 5th inning, needing a defensive stop after 8 errors through the first 4. Can they clean it up and move through the 5th? We will find out next. 13-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Superior Rental is Evanston's only full-service rental equipment store. We have what you need to get the job done. Backhoes, trenchers, excavators, air compressors, jackhammers, concrete tools, hammer drills, aerators, tillers, power rakes, forklifts, log splitters, tables and chairs, popcorn, snow cone, and cotton candy machines. Alright, you get the picture. You don't have to own when you can rent. From Superior Rental, 371 Prospector Drive in Evanston.
TC Coles is pitcher number 4 of the day for the Evanston Outlaws as Jagger Mitchell moves back to second base. And Jordan Schneider, it appears, is back at third base. Well, on the year, we saw TC Coles this past weekend, after thinking he might be out for the season. He's got long sleeves on today, the black sleeves, so hopefully there's no protest there. Sometimes you see that with a pitcher, especially in a game like this where any advantage given, and in a cold night, a cold arm is certainly an advantage if you're the pitcher, or if you're the team going against that pitcher, I should say. If there is a protest on those, I believe he will have to take them off. We'll have to wait and see on the umpires if they get any chatter from the Green River box. But we thought he was out for the season, and then it turned out that that was not as significant as an injury as initially thought on his elbow. We saw in Salt Lake he had a little bit of KT tape on it. In all, he's pitched 3 innings on the year, an 11.67 ERA. First pitch is a ball delivered to Serrano. That being Dallin Serrano. And check that. I think it's Michael Richardson at the plate and Serrano on deck. Second pitch, no, it is Serrano, is fouled off. And the count is 1-1. Coles has given up 7 runs, 5 of them earned in 3 innings total. 5 walks, 2 strikeouts, and has hit 3 batters. Has a 1-1 count to Serrano. High leg kick, and the delivery is low. Coles coming over from Kemmer, Wyoming. About a 45-minute trip on the interstate, then up the highway north of Evanston. bounces it off the plate, and we're at a walk. Coles walks the first batter he sees, and that brings up the number 8 man, Taden Cave. By our count, on the box score, Cave has the only true RBI. They all count the same in the books. But let's be honest. If you get a walk and the bases are loaded, that's great. I don't think you should not get the RBI because patience is worth that in baseball, and a run is a run. But the point is, Evanston has not given up many hits to Green River. It's been errors and walks and throws behind the catcher. It's been all of the above that has them at 13 runs. Meanwhile, Evanston has gotten pretty good bat on ball today. Green River just one win on the season, so tell them that all they want. They're not going to care too much how they get a victory. If they can come away with one today, their first victory came earlier in the week. It was the doubleheader against Powell. 3-0 count and a swing and a miss by Cave. Had the green light on 3-0. Off the stretch, here comes Coles. It must have been 2-1. It's now 3-1. Sure wish we had that scoreboard up and working, but I'm told it will be put up tomorrow. Not sure that does us much good for the season. But there is a new scoreboard coming in. Oh, there we go. It was 3-2. There's that extra pitch. A swing and a miss is a strikeout for Taden Cave. One gone in the inning, man on first base. Number 9 man, Marcos Molina. Molina's reached twice, throwback to first and picked off. Ruled out with the applied tag by Brendan Thompson. 2 gone on the pickoff. Take the runner away as Dallin Serrano was caught out to dry. Bases are empty. 2 outs for TC Coles. The pitch is a ball. Molina walked his first 2 times, grounded out his second. 1-1 count with the strike. The pitch from Coles. Down in the dirt and low for a ball. Coles with the luxury of working out of the full windup on 2-1. Delivers, opposite field knock, out in no man's land in foul territory down the first base right field line. Gets the extra strike, and it is 2-2. 1 pitch away from getting through and recording the first scoreless inning for the Outlaws defense tonight. At the 1 hour 55 mark of this contest, here in the top of the 5th inning. Step off the mound, and now back on. Coles with the pitch, 2-2. It's hit straight up the middle to center field. Floating line drive, and it's caught by Perriman. The inning is over, 1-2-3, albeit in unconventional fashion. The Outlaws retire Green River, and we move on to the bottom of the 5th. Knotted up, 13-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. This is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN and MyLocalRadio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Members of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union feel confident that our staff has your best interest in mind, confident that we acknowledge your financial needs, confident that we are always working hard to provide the best rates, best products, and the best service the industry can offer. And confident that we will always work with you to help achieve your financial goals. Join Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today. TronaValley.com, member NCUA.
See, I don't be bugging. That's not my type. You say you want me, and I'm what do you
Bottom of the fifth inning as Corbin Serrano takes the mound once again for Green River. Third pitcher of the day for Green River. Evanston's total is up to 4 themselves. We are deadlocked, even, 13 apiece in the bottom of the fifth inning. And leading off for the Evanston Outlaws is Ryan Fisher. Fisher takes his practice hacks in the right-handed box just at the edge. Home plate umpire slides the mask down, and we are set to play. The first scoreless frame of either side was just recorded. T.C. Cole's on the mound for Evanston to do just that. First pitch to Fisher is a ball. Serrano gave up quite a bit last inning. Green River entered the inning, that being the bottom of the fourth, with a 13-8 lead. The first 4 Outlaws scored, and Chris Perriman came around as well to make the total 5 to knot the game up. Curveball dips in for a strike. Seth Lloyd on deck and Casey Perriman in the hole, bat up third for the Outlaws. Fisher chops it down to short. Picked up by Schultz. A sidearm throw, not in time. Speed of Fisher wins out, and the leadoff man is on for the Evanston Outlaws. Bottom of the fifth, 1 man on, and a 10-run inning would be a walk-off fashion run for Evanston, although you never know. It doesn't seem all that likely the way things have gone today. But then again, with a scoreless frame, Evanston has had a potent offense, and they were able to be air-free. Maybe crazier things have happened after all. Lloyd up. Got to get a run in to take the lead before you can worry about closing out the game. He reached on a walk his last time up. Takes ball 1. Seth without a hit today. 3 home runs on this season, all coming in 2 days. About 24 hours of each other. 2 walks, 2 runs scored. Takes a hack at this one. Takes a wild hop at second base. Eats up the man at infield. And I think that's an error. But it was an error perhaps by the infield. It took a wild hop out in the grass and then took another one at the dirt level. Richardson looks over and shrugs his shoulders and says, not much you can do about that one, and I tend to agree. Runners on first and second for the Outlaws. First pitch by Perriman. Fouled up high and behind us, out of play. Some places we go, there's the rewards for a foul ball return. Don't think there's anything like that here in Evanston at Ross Kesterson Field. And the only reward Casey Perriman receives for getting plunked on the back shoulder blade is a trip down to first base. And the Outlaws have him loaded with no outs. Brings up Brendan Thompson. Ramsey Tolliver goes to the mound, walks back with Corbin Serrano, and retreats back home. Face mask up high on his head to slide it down now and go back into the crouching set. Bases loaded for the Evanston Outlaws. 13-13 tie in the bottom of the fifth. 8 errors in the inning for Evanston. Most recently an error by Green River. Helped load the bases up as it has been ruled such. Seth Lloyd still without a hit today. His 3rd time reaching base, though, twice on walks, and this time on the wild chopping error at second. That error attributed to Jax Peterson. Ball delivered to Thompson. Brendan Thompson has reached twice. A single and a walk. has a run scored, that being last inning. He was the third of 5 runs to come around for Evanston. A base hit. Past the glove of Schultz, and he boots it out into foul territory. Allows a second run to score in. Fisher and Lloyd in at home. A double. Make it a single, and then a weird throwing on top of that with Thompson as Schultz booted it. That was not an error, I guess, but I'm not sure I would call it a double either, although that may just be the way the cookie crumbles in that breakdown. Runners on to second and third, and the Outlaws have a 2-run lead, 15-13, no outs in the inning. It was hit into the gap. Again, not an error, certainly not an error by Joe Schultz. However, he got it with the edge of his glove and then shot it into no man's land as left field was closing in the area of Schultz, certainly not looking for anything in the down the foul line. So when it turned out that way, that allowed Lloyd to come around and score as well. Count is 1-0 to T.C. Coles. Back to regular rules in baseball, and that almost has me messed up. The Rocky Mountain School of Baseball, their rule is there basically are no rules. Everyone, you set a batting lineup at the beginning. You can have up to, I think, 11 batting, and then they bat throughout, and then you can freely substitute defensively however you so choose. But here in Legion rules, there are rules. Swing and a miss by Coles. Somewhere out there, Walter's smiling over the rules being employed here. 2-2 count after another miss by Coles. Here's the pitch. Opposite knock. Out into right field. A laser. Run scores. Second on to third. And the Outlaws have a 3-run advantage. 16-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Could be it for Corbin Serrano. A mound visit. Ramsey Tolliver being called out, and the hook has been pulled. Corbin Serrano's day is done. We will take a break and give you information on who's up next. When we come back, bottom of the 5th, Outlaws with runners on the corners, no outs, and 3 already in. 16-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board on this, a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNY on 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
I think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar S Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talk to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bunged up, don't get angry. Just let T-Bar fix your car.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
One of the biggest challenges we face when it comes to regular exercise is finding time to get to the gym. This is Kim Carden, owner of Flex Fitness Gym. I've got great news. Now you can work out whenever it's convenient for you. The Flex Fitness Gym in Evanston is open 24/7 for members. With key card access, you can work out in our safe, clean gym using our professional equipment when it's most convenient for you. Don't let time hold you back anymore. Visit Flex Fitness today, 100 Yellow Creek Road, right next to Smith's in Evanston.
It is Marcos Molina on the mound, pitcher number 4 of the day for Green River, as we have a beautiful backdrop here on a chilly Wednesday, late May evening at Ross Kesterson Field. 16-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Jax Peterson has been moved back to third base. Corbin Serrano back to his original position of second. Schultz at short. And that's about as far as we can go. Tolliver at catcher, as he has been all game long, and Richardson at first. At the bat, it's Jordan Schneider for Evanston, and the count is 2-0. The pitch, a wild windup, and Schneider has to jump out of the way. Believe it's 3-0. Look down to the umpire, and he signaled something. I missed it, but I thought I saw 3-0 signaled. Here's the pitch on the wild walk. Down to first. And I'll tell you what, we've seen some odd windups, particularly this year. I'm thinking back to Saturday in game 1, perhaps, was it? That wild ankle-breaking windup of the pitcher for the opposing team at the Rocky Mountain School of Baseball, where it looked like he was breaking his ankle every time he took a pitch. This weird cock of Molina. He tucks his glove in as he throws and seems to almost start his windup over again as he's about to release the ball. It's 0-1 after a foul tip. And here's the windup. You see the glove tuck in and then the extra cock. Knocked out to right field. And caught for the first out. Runner tags at third. Runner at second on his way to third. The throw comes in, cut off, and stops right there. Brendan Thompson adds another one to the tally for the Outlaws. 17-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 1 run comes in, 1 out has been registered on the sacrifice fly, and the Outlaws lead by 4. Reed Gross comes into the game. Or I should say, comes to the back to the plate. He's been in the whole time. This his 5th plate appearance. A triple, 2 walks, and a ground out to second. First pitch, a ball. Runners at the corner. Molina with another ball delivered. 2-0 the count. On 2-0. Knocked down to third base. Throw to second. 2 men converge. Neither one touches the bag, so everybody's safe. 1-2. Go the base runners on the paths, and the runner at third comes home to score. 18-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. That one surely an E6. Joe Schultz caught the ball, but he never touched the bag. Jagger Mitchell to the plate. 5 in for the Outlaws. They're halfway to ending this game with 1 out. The first pitch, fouled off by Mitchell. Oh and 1. Ryan Fisher on deck. This is the home opener for the Outlaws this year. And it may be about it for home games this year. They have a couple of home conference games, but that's it. Ross Kesterson will essentially go unused in the 2019 season. And that's because of multiple cancellations in games. Foul ball by Mitchell. Beautiful backdrop here. It is cold. But just look out at that view on mylocalradio.com. Great night for baseball in appearance. Mitchell down 0-2. The delivery outside by Molina. Decent lead at first base by Gross, but he's not going anywhere without a movement at second. And wouldn't anticipate that. Another ball delivered. Even count. 18-13 in the bottom of the fifth. Outlaws in control. The pitch outside, and it was a full count. So a walk, and the bases are loaded. Sure missed that scoreboard today. It's happened time or two before. Last year it was basically out, it seemed like, more than it was on. And that may be the reason for the new scoreboard being in the shed, but not yet put up. It was been told it's going to be put up tomorrow. Ryan Fisher at the plate. Leans into a pitch and then has to back away from getting plunked in the head. Count at 1-0. Bases loaded, one gone. Seth Lloyd represents the winning run with a 10-run rule in effect. He's on deck. 2-0 count. Ball bounced on the dirt and blocked by Tolliver. Molina on the full wind. Infield playing at the grass level on the edges, and Fisher is plunked. 19-13. The winning run steps to the plate. Bases loaded. One out. And with 3 home runs on the season, one more here on a cold, cold late May night would be a walk-off. Seth Lloyd takes his practice swings, steps into the box, crowding the plate. First pitch from the righty Molina is in the dirt. One and 0. This is the 4th pitcher Green River has used today. Molina struggling with the bases loaded. Pitch number 2 is high. Already forced one run in by a hit batsman. Lloyd well ahead in the count. The batter's box has been wiped away on the edges, but certainly it seems like Lloyd would be stepped inside of it with how close to the plate he's setting up. And it looks like it as he backs away from a 3rd straight pitch at 3-0 the count. A final year for this 6th-year outlaw for Evanston. Seth Lloyd, the cleanup hitter and shortstop. Does he have the green light? Let's see. The pitch is in the zone. No, just outside. And a walk to first. 20-13, the Outlaws get another run in on a walk through. Reed Gross scores and Casey Perriman to the plate. Again, a 10-run rule in effect, we presume, especially considering it's 9:15 p.m., 2 hours and 15 minutes past the game start. And on a cold night, 7 p.m. is a late start to begin with. First pitch, a strike delivered to Perriman. Bases stay loaded, so Lloyd at first base would represent that 10th run. Molina delivers into the zone, knocked out to second. Flip on to the base, it's good, down to first, not in time. 1 run comes around. 8-run advantage for the Outlaws, but there are 2 outs. (21-13) the score. Brendan Thompson to the plate. Runners on first and third. Perriman now representing the winning run. Thompson singled his last time up. First ball bounced in the dirt. Molina to the plate, outside for a ball. Thompson 1 for 2 officially. 2 runs scored. Both of those runs scored, he reached on walks. Fouls the ball off. Count at 2 and 1. Thompson takes strike 2 on the outside edge. It was a fastball by Molina. Marcos has given up 8 runs in the inning. Here's the pitch. Drops it in. The inning ends. 8 runs for the Outlaws, and we move on to the 6th. 21-13. The game moves on, at least for one more inning. This is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When it's really important, say it with Sievers. The decision to share your life with your best friend is an important milestone. You'll find the perfect engagement and wedding ring at Sievers Jewelers. With a large selection of inventory, the ability to custom design, and in-store financing on approved credit, you can surprise your sweetheart with the symbol of your love. Make one of the most important days in your life one of the best with the wedding ring set from Sievers Jewelers, 932 Main Street, Evanston. Say it with Sievers.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Burn out weather the storm, but it's raining cats and dogs. While they playing on their phone when I'm playing them a song. Oh no.
34 runs in all today as we move on to the top of the 6th inning. I was following a little bit of the NJCAA baseball tournament over the weekend, and there was a lot of high-scoring games in that, and this one would fit in perfectly with how those contests were going. 21 runs for the Evanston Outlaws, including 8 last inning, and 13 runs for the Green River Knights. A strikeout looking by Brendan Thompson was the final out after 8 runs, and the would-be winning run, left stranded at first. That's the position, first base, that Brendan Thompson now retreats back to after having a mound visit with T.C. Coles, leading up to this Jax Peterson leadoff bat in the 6th inning. Coles on the first pitch, strike 1. T.C. Coles registered the first for either side, a scoreless ledger in a half inning. Second pitch, leaning in is Jackson. He watches it all the way through for a ball. Third pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2. Cole's looking like he's found some location he was struggling with after making that appearance for the Rocky Mountain School of Baseball tournament over the weekend, in what I believe was his first appearance back of the year. 2-2 count for Coles, facing Peterson at the plate. Coles on the windup, bounces it, and it's full, 3-2. Top of the 6th inning, Green River would be well served to get some runs in this contest, in this frame, as 2 runs for the Outlaws would end it. They'll start off with a leadoff walk on a ball 4 delivered by Coles. Brings up the number 2 man in the order, Corbin Serrano. Serrano's 5th plate appearance. He is walked once, been hit once, reached on an error, and flown out to right field. His fly out to right was the second out of the 4th inning. That the only scoreless one. the fifth being the only scoreless one of the game so far, the top of the fifth for either side. Stands to reason with the run total as it is. You have 34 runs, not a whole lot of room for a scoreless half inning. Delivery to Serrano. He backs away from it. .3-0 count. Good lead at first base. Coles to home on the stretch. Up high and a walk. Runners at first and second base. No outs. And a mound visit for Evanston. T.C. Coles, I believe, stays in. They're rebuilding the mound there where the plant foot would go. Jagger Mitchell was throwing some dirt down there. Joe Schultz up to the plate. Schultz scored his last time up. That was in the fourth. Reached on an error, scored on an error. Got to second on an error as well. An air-filled night. That's usually what you see in a 34-run game, and you're not even done yet. A pinch runner. Serrano has exited the game. And now the question is that a pinch runner or a courtesy runner? Well, let's take a look down the line on the numbers. There is a number 8 in there, and now I was not given the number for one player, and I think that must mean that's Caden Wilson coming in at first base to run. Number 8, Caden Wilson replaces. I'm given Riley? Riley is the name. So maybe I missed a different number in there. That would be Brooks Riley. Number 20 is what I was given for his jersey. But that's what it says. It's Brooks Riley, so we will go with that. Foul ball from Schultz. And the umpire gives timeout to Schultz. Cole's given the okay to deliver a pitch. Does so in the zone and strikes out Schultz. One gone in the inning. Runners on first and second base. Chase Griffiths to the plate. Look back to second. No throw. I'm going to take that back. It's Jensen pinch hitting. Taylor Jensen, got a last name on that, or first name on it. Strike delivered. 0-1 count to Taylor Jensen. Second pitch is a ball. One gone, 2 men on, 8-run deficit, 1-1 count to Taylor Jensen. Coles into a quick set position. Now on the step. Swing and a miss on a dying ball down into the dirt, 1-2. Pitch count creeping up there for Coles after a 16-pitch first inning. He's matched that already with just 1 out and surpassed it to make the count 2-2. 17 thrown in the inning. The delivery. Tries to drop it into the zone and cannot. Bases loaded. Ramsey Tolliver to the plate. Bases loaded. Coles on the delivery. Strike one. Force at any base, including home. The 0-1. Gross blocks it. Was a low fastball. The faithful for Evanston and Green River collectively freezing. Chop out into the gap between third and short. One run comes in, bases stay loaded. A knock for Ramsey Tolliver puts the score one closer for Green River, 21-14 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Jax Peterson, the man scoring. Richardson at bat. First pitch, a ball. The delivery, number 2 from Coles, is high again. Everything TC had working for him last inning has disappeared as he's recorded just one out. The delivery misses again, past Gross. Keeps it just to his right and quick up on his feet. It's 3-0, but everyone stays where they are. This game nearly reaching major league length. Don't see 21-14 games almost ever in the majors, but time-wise, we're at about 2.5 hours in inning number 6. 3-0 strike. Cole's trying to deliver again. Does so to fill it up. 1 out. Bases loaded. 3-2. Runners move in halfway. Chop down the first base line. Picked up at second. Through the glove of Jagger Mitchell. 2 runs in for Green River. And an error, the 9th of Evanston's day, allows 2 in for Green River. Score goes 16 for the Knights. And instead of 2 outs, even with 1 run coming in to score, you are in the same position as Evanston was last time. After working the full count, coming back from down 3-0, forcing the ground ball. Try it again. Runners on first and second. And an 0-1 count. Second pitch is high. Again, error number 9 for Evanston in the contest. 2-1. A new substitution as Dallin Serrano has been replaced and got a Isaac Ruiz, perhaps? That's what I have. Isaac Ruiz. At the plate. Swing and a miss and a strikeout. Nope, that was, yes, indeed, strikeout. So 2 gone. Runners on first and second. And I think we have another new man. Number 1-3 or 4-3? 4-3, Dominic Kunkel. At the plate. First pitch high, ball 1. One and 0 for Kunkel. Second pitch, ball again. On the 2-0, strike. I got a signal from the umpire. I believe they said 2-1. Again, no scoreboard, no live scoreboard in our vantage point today. Strike 2 delivered. Cole sets on the mound. Runners on first and second. 2-2, 3-2. Just missing. And as I said, the faithful were holding on, just as I say that, in the next 10 minutes that have transpired. Many of them are packing it up. Ground ball past second base. This one a legitimate hit. 1 run back in. Runners on the corners. The inning continues for Green River. 21-17 from down 8. With the winning run standing and left stranded at first base, the Green River Knights are not saying die and have 4 in the inning, battling with 2 outs. 21-17 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Runners on the corner, first and third. Pitch count for TC Cole's ballooning up to 55. And we have another pinch runner. Or a pinch hitter. Why would we have anything else? Who's 53? Branson Barton? Perhaps? 5-3. A 2-0 count to whoever it is. That would mean that Molina is done on the mound. And I guess that's not a bad thing. He gave up 8 runs. Green River clearing their bench at 9:33 p.m. in a game that continues to move closer and closer, perhaps almost saying we'll take whatever comes with this. We need the experience for our younger players. Count at 2-1. Cole's into the set position. Delivers high. See if I can get confirmation that the count is 3-1. And nothing. That's all right. I believe it's at 3-1. Runner taking off for second, and it's an open base, so Coles looks to throw him out, and nobody was there. That's not a stolen base. That is defensive indifference. Something often seen in games late in this case with a lead, although 4 runs is getting it close. Swing and a miss and a strike. I believe it's 3-2, but could not quite see the signal from the umpire. Fouled back would have hit me in the head if not for the high standing backstop. Runners now on second and third with 2 outs. Tying run represented on deck. That being Jax Peterson. And a ball delivered, so the count would now be 3-2. As it gets darker and it's far away, can't quite see, no scoreboard to help me out here. On the 3-2, taken, loaded up the bases. Branson Barton takes the walk. Jax Peterson, one of the few starters left on the field for Green River, to the plate. He walked earlier this inning, was the first run of now 4 scored in the top of the 6th. Represents the tire here. Fouls off the first pitch. Crowd continuing to thin out here. The pitch, out to right. Not a good read. Out in the gap. Over the head of Perriman. Peterson's on his way to at least second. 1 run in. 2 runs in. A third. On its way. Peterson to third. He's in standing. And 1 run difference with 2 outs. The rally continues for the Green River Knights. Wow. What a never say die attitude. Add 3 more to the tally. 21-20 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. A throwing mistake or a cutoff mistake, however you want to rule it, allowed Peterson and the third run to come around and score, and Peterson move on to third base. High ball one delivered. And we have a second substitution. Oh, I guess the first of the inning, but a second substitution here as Wilson. Yes, Caden Wilson will bat. Is that right? Brooks Riley. No, it's Brooks Riley into bat, I believe. Who knows? It's either Wilson or Riley. Not all the numbers were given, and there were a whole lot of subs. Runner on third, 2 outs, 1-run game. Outside pitch and a walk. Put runners on the corner. The inning continues. And T.C. Coles, that should be it. We are at 41 runs scored, and we're still in the top of the 6th inning. The game started over 2.5 hours ago. And the umpire heads down to Chad Thompson down the first base side to say, what now? We'll find out exactly what now when we return on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on K9 Radio. Online at mylocalradio.com. Green River threatening to tie and take a lead in the 6th.
Is laundry one of those chores that drags you down? Let Joe's Modern Cleaners come to your rescue. Take advantage of their wash and fold service. You drop it off and pick it up. The rest is done for you. Or you could take all your clothes to Joe's, load them up into the multiple washers, then dry them in the multiple dryers, and do all 10 loads in the time that it would take you to do 2 at home. Ask about all our other laundry options at Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Education in Wyoming has been a long-held tradition. The communities that make up Uinta County School District number 1 are committed to those traditions. Student learning, teacher and staff development, extracurricular activities for students to choose from, quality facilities that are clean and comfortable, and a transportation department that always goes above and beyond are just some of the ways we work as a community to help students succeed. Uinta County School District number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Just one look from your eyes, girl, got me wishing I could die, girl. I can't hear
21-20 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Ethan Buse to the mound for Evanston. Pitcher number 4 of the day in inning number 6. Buse, number 3 on the team in innings pitched and the leader in the clubhouse when it comes to both ERA and WHIP. That's walks plus hits divided by innings pitched. Buse comes in with a 2.3 ERA, needing 1 out against Joe Schultz. He hits it first. Pitch deep out to center. Perriman settles, misses, tumbles, does a somersault backwards. Green River is tied. Now to come in and take the lead. Runner in Schultz on to third. Green River has scored again and then one more. Peterson catches home and takes the lead for the Green River Knights. Now on a lazy throw in and a Little League home run for Joe Schultz. Lackadaisical play, and the Knights are up by 2. Can you believe it? Up by 8. 10 runs scored by Green River in the inning. And the Outlaws dugout certainly not pleased with the play there. All 3 come around to score. First, third, and the man standing at home. Still 2 outs. And who knows who's at bat anymore with all the substitutions that we've had in. It's certainly not Griffith. It's who came to pinch hit for him? Hit hard, out into foul territory. Deep, and just out of play and almost out of the park. Had Perriman on the run. Actually, no, that's Cummings out in right field. Taylor Jensen at the plate. There's the pitch from Buse. Ball. 23-21. 44 runs scored on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Buse misses and walks another man around. Down to first base. Put a runner on first for Taylor Jensen and the Green River Knights. Ramsey Tolliver at the plate. It was 21-13 at the beginning of this sixth inning. It was also, I think, 7 o'clock. Strike one. I think that zone is either expanding for the home plate umpire having his fill of this contest, or that was a great cutter or slider. I give it 50-50 on either one of those options. Hit down to third. Eaten up. The throw down the line. And a one-hopper, and the split's done by Thompson. The inning is mercifully over. Chances of an 8-run lead turning into a 10-run lead and ending the game in 6 have gone out the window for the Outlaws as they now find themselves down 23-21 after entering the inning up 21-13. On the Impact Physical Therapy board, the Outlaws move to the bottom half next. This is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
For generations, gun ownership has been an important part of our heritage. At the Gun Room in Evanston, you'll find a large selection of quality firearms. Everything from personal protection handguns to hunting rifles and shotguns. With a wide selection of hunting gear, ammo, optics, and apparel, we have what you need. Ask about our 90-day layaway program. And remember, success on the range and in the field starts at the Gun Room. Call today, 307-789-2677.
See the blood move, and the waves get high. Make your move.
Oh, the waves are getting high here at Ross Kesterson Field in Evanston, Wyoming. 23-21. It's not a baseball game anymore. We're playing volleyball. We're playing basketball, maybe even football. But 44 runs have been knocked in, walked in, aired in, hit in, not so much. Oh my goodness, what a mess we have here on one of the final days in May, a cold night and a game that started at 7 p.m. This would have been the time for a quick one. But that's not the case, and that always seems to be the way as we are approaching hour number 3 of baseball here on a cold May night. New pitcher in, and why wouldn't there be? We knew there would be because Molina was replaced, and I think it might have been a straight switch out. As yes, Branston Barton is in for Green River. Pitcher number 5 for Green River. And leading off for the Outlaws is a very cold right-handed hitter who will not turn around for, let me see. Let's see, Schneider is up next. So that would mean that it's Kendall Cummings. Kendall Cummings up. It's getting dark, the shadows, I can't even see their faces anymore. Got a beautiful view of the mountains, which have now disappeared because it's pitch black here at Ross Kesterson. And yes, we are indeed 23-21. That is not a misprint. If you're watching online and seeing my scoreboard that I've mentioned many times is done basically off of no help. I've got no extra scoreboard to double check my work. And so we've done the best we can. It's 2-0 on the count. But I did confirm over the break that, yes, the scoreboard that is below us, the little portable one, does also say 23, Green River 21, Evanston. Base hit by Ethan Buse, so it was not Cummings, and that was my mistake there. Buse replaced Cummings in the order, and he gets a base knock straight up the middle and has a sore right hand as a result. That's not a good thing for a right-handed pitcher. They may be looking for him for another inning, but he continues to shake that down at first base. Runner at first, and Schneider at the plate. First delivery from Barton. Outside for a ball. Second pitch. Ball of 2. Schneider without a hit today, but a sacrifice fly RBI, 2 walks. Ball 3 delivered, and also reached on an error. So one way or another, whether by his own working, his patience, pitcher's inability to control the ball, or by fielding error, he has been involved in a part of every single inning that he has come to the plate in helping produce runs for the Outlaws. Called strike on 3-0. Green River with a lead. How can it be? They were down by 8 to start the inning. They lead by 2 when it's over. A 3-1 walk given up to Schneider. Runners on first and second. Brings up Chris Perriman. Perriman has a triple and a sacrifice fly. A single as well and a strikeout. First pitch, fastball in the zone, strike 1. The Outlaws had the walk-off run at the bottom of the 5th on first base. They now have the tying run on first. Hit right down the first baseline. Great fielding performance and 1 out gone. Chris Perriman retired. And retired there by number 44, Jake Martinez, playing at the position. Green River, to their credit, subbed in just about everyone off their bench, and they had basically another team. And they still hold the lead and have 1 out with runners on second and third. First pitch popped up out of play by Reed Gross. 10 minutes shy of the hour here on KNYN 99.1 FM, Big Dogging Country. We have extended coverage of baseball for you. This game's certainly on pace to set the stream record for longest baseball game that did not go into extras of the year and of the last several years. 10 minutes shy of 3 hours in game time. We are seriously approaching Major League Baseball length, and that's for 9 innings, let alone we're in the 6th. Ball delivered to Gross. One and 2 count, and takes it outside corner. A dangerous take on 1 and 2. But he is rewarded with the 2 and 2. Two men in scoring position. Gross represents at the plate. The go-ahead. Punched out looking on a breaking ball. And there are 2 outs. 23-21. And Jagger Mitchell to the plate. Ramsey Tolliver barking out instructions to the infield. Third base playing off the bag but close to the line. First base, similar position, playing just past that 90-foot mark. Infield up the middle deep. First pitch, swinging a foul out by Mitchell. Barton is set. Moves into position and quickly delivers. Fastball out to center field. Doesn't look like a gapper, but maybe dropping just in time. Catch made out at center field. Green River enters the 7th inning with a 2-run lead and has the bats when we come back. 23-21 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. The Outlaws trail Green River on this, a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
It's important to feel like you belong. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we understand the value of connection. When you become a member, you join our family. You become an owner.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Have you been saying no to wearing your jewelry because of a missing stone, a broken chain, or a ring that's just too small? Or are you interested in redesigning your ring altogether? Jeff at Seavers Jewelers can repair or create almost all jewelry at extremely competitive prices. Jewelry is supposed to be worn. Bring it to Seavers Jewelers today for a free cleaning and any repairs it might need. Say yes to wearing your jewelry. Say it with Seavers. Seavers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
Stepping, grooving while I'm feeling buzz. And I ain't drunk, these my moves, this is what I does. It's good clubbing, and we buzzing. Yeah, so we gon' get it in.
23-21 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Ethan Buse had a stinger up the middle, and that being a stinger for the ball and for his right hand, which he continued to shake throughout his time on the base. But he does come out for another inning of work, and looks like he still is having a little bit of numbness in that hand. Outlaws down by 2 runs here in the top of the 7th inning. Martinez leading off. First pitch, a strike. Coming into the game, Ethan Buse tops an ERA. Now, ERA not always a true indicator of a pitcher's effectiveness because you also have to figure in who's fielding and what positions. Take, for example, Seth Lloyd. When he's on the mound, that takes their normal shortstop out. When Jagger, strike 2. When Jagger Mitchell takes the mound, that takes away their normal second baseman. Ethan, not really with a true position, is a pitcher mainly, so he does get the benefit of a full infield surrounding him, which I think has helped his numbers somewhat, but he has been an effective and crucial addition to the Evanston lineup, particularly in the pitching position so far this year. Martinez has worked the count full. 5 minutes shy of 10 p.m. here at Ross Kesterson in Evanston, Wyoming. And on the full count, he goes low into the dirt for a walk. Puts Martinez on. And it says we're on to Wilson, but I don't buy that. We are on to Ruiz. But, of course, we will just have to see. And the fact is, we probably won't see. One set of numbers may not be the same as another set. Ruiz goes down to bunt. And it's foul. On deck is Kunkel. Again, Green River substituted just about everyone in last inning. Bunt shown again. This time popped up and foul. Had it been a little to the left, Buse may have had a play on it to grab an out and maybe even a double play with Martinez charging for second. As it stands, it's 0 for 2. And here's the pitch. No bunt shown. Ruiz at the bag. Line drive down the first base line. Brendan Thompson picks it up and steps on first. A double play for the Outlaws. Much needed as they're down to their final 3 outs, trying to come back into this contest. And there are now 2. Nobody on for Green River as Kunkel takes the right-handed batter's box. Buse delivers. Chop foul down the third base side. What a glove by Brendan Thompson, someone who could use a little pick-me-up after a rough defensive day. But let's be honest, who hasn't had a rough defensive one for the Outlaws in this game? Swing and a miss, off-speed pitch. And it's 0-2. 2 gone, nobody on, 23-21, Green River at the bat with the lead. In a game like this, why wouldn't it make sense for the Outlaws to get 2 runs next inning and we move to extras? Down to the first base mound on a little ground ball dribbler. Toss to first. The inning is over. The Outlaws need 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning to continue. 3 to walk it off. We'll find out if they can do it on KNY and 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. It's 23-21 on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. Green River over Evanston on this First Bank presentation.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
When it comes to shopping online, you definitely want to put thelumberyard.com on your list of favorites. You'll save time and money by visiting thelumberyard.com first. You'll find a huge selection of inventory to choose from. We've got everything you need for any of your home, yard, or shop projects. Get excellent prices and quick delivery when you shop at thelumberyard.com. We are part of the local community, plus we ship all over the United States. Log on today to see what all the excitement is about.
This is how I signed up for. Never gonna catch me crying on your bathroom floor.
23-21 on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. It's the bottom of the 7th. It's go time for the Outlaws if they want to win on this home opener night, May 29th. It took this long to get a home game, but it's finally here. And the Green River Knights looking for their 2nd win of the year. First at bat, Ryan Fisher knocks it out to center, over the head, two hop to the warning track. Fisher on his horse and on his way to third. He's in there easily standing. Probably could have made a run for home for it if he wanted to, but no need to risk it. A 1-pitch leadoff triple by Ryan Fisher, and the Outlaws have a man working with no outs and Seth Lloyd at the plate. 3, 4, 5, so if you're going to have any way to start the order in a must-win and must-get-run situation, why not have it be the exact meet the heart of that order? It's what the Outlaws have with Fisher on third, Seth Lloyd at the plate. Strike 1 called to Lloyd. Seth a lefty. Barton, the right-handed pitcher. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Barton in a tough situation, being called on to close out a win. One hop bounce on an 0-2 count. It's 1-2. Wow, a one-hopper that ends up coming up and hitting Lloyd on the back. So I guess, yeah, take a walk to first. That ball bounced 8 feet in front of the plate at least. Tolliver signaling to the outfield. Giving some signs up. Actually probably down to second and short. Calling out for Lloyd possibly going at first base off for second. First play, no run for Lloyd. It's a bounce ball, third in a row for Barton after showing great control on the first 2 strikes to Lloyd. That's his third bounce ball well in front of the home plate. Count at 1-0. Runners on first and third. Those are the tying runs represented. Strike 1. Tolliver, halfway, meets Barton. Walks him up to the mound. Had our fair share of mound visits today. Technically, you have, I think, 8 in a game except for pitching changes. We're pretty much at that limit, I would say. Not very well enforced at either the major league or the Legion level. Swung up. Headed foul ball right towards our booth and missing us by a hair, getting down into the concession stands. Perriman swings and fouls it up. 1-2 the count. No outs in the inning. Outlaws trail by 2. Bottom of the 7th inning. It's 10:03. 3 hours and 3 minutes into this game. The Outlaws need 2 more runs. 21 wasn't enough. Foul tip by Perriman to stay alive. Just got the hairs of that ball. Outside stitching maybe. Brendan Thompson on deck. He had an excellent double play line drive catch down the first base line and step on the bag last half inning. Runner at first goes. Chop ground ball down to first. Eaten up. Everyone's safe. Lloyd to third. Fisher's home to score. 1-run game. Still no outs on the E4. Down at second base. Hands on his head, Jax Peterson can't believe it. Runners stay on the corners. Again, the game has gone to a 1-run differential. And we have a position switch. And actually, Jax Peterson was playing third there. Taylor Jensen was at second. They've moved back. Jax Peterson has been moved between second and third all day long. And so Jax Peterson, again, back to second now. All right. Well then. So the air was on Jensen. They switched positions in between the batters. Thompson at the plate, awaiting his first pitch. Runner at first goes. Bunt shown and fouled off. Perriman was on his way to second. Runner was coming home in Lloyd. They were running the suicide squeeze there. That put the pressure on for Thompson to at least get contact on the ball, which he did. It fouled off, but that's okay. Because if you don't get contact, you leave your runner coming home out to dry. Count at 0-1. 45 runs have been scored. Bunt shown, pulled back, chopped down to the first base, or down to the pitcher's mound. Back to first base. One out has been registered. Perriman moves on to second. So 1 gone, 1 run needed, and an intentional walk delivered to Ethan Buse. Bases loaded. Add another one of those rules as Legion goes off of their rules, and then where that isn't covered, they go off the Major League rule book. When that intentional walk was instituted where you can just put 4 in the air and send the runner to first, that became a Legion law as well. It's on with the bases loaded. Runner, suicide squeeze on again, and Schneider fouls it. Outlaws not trusting their bats at the moment, or not trusting the speed on the base paths, either one. With Lloyd at third and Buse at first, a double play possible, 1 out in the inning. That's the second time they've run a suicide squeeze down by 1 run. It's 0-1. Suicide squeeze on again. He pulls it back, and that catches Seth Lloyd in a rundown. Tolliver goes down to third. Lloyd back home to Barton. He runs back to third. Tolliver at third base. Catches it. Lloyd may have a man beat. No, he's tagged out by Martinez. 2 are gone. 2 are gone for the Outlaws. They run the suicide squeeze 3 times, and the third time Schneider pulls it back. The thing you can absolutely not do in that situation. That's the point of the suicide squeeze. It's do or die time. It doesn't matter. If the ball's out of the zone, you have to go out and get it. A missed sign for sure, or just a miscommunication or a split-second decision that he wishes he could have back. There are 2 outs for the Outlaws. It's an 0-2 count, and runners at first and second now. Barton, 1 pitch away, and the Green River Knights can come away with a 1-run victory. The pitch is on the outside corner, and it's a strike. Oh, it was not a 0-2 count. It was a 1-1 count. That ball, it wasn't ruled a ball. So now we are at 1-2. Schneider needs a stick. The fastball, swing and a miss, and Green River has won 23-22. They come back from down 8 runs in the 5th inning to take a 2-run lead. Outlaws score once in the 7th, but are held out to dry on an attempted suicide squeeze followed by a strikeout. And the Outlaws have lost 45 runs scored in all on this Impact Physical Therapy Board. This is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Back to wrap this one crazy contest up after this.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
As your local Ricoh, Toshiba, and Sharp dealer, Mountain West Business Solutions represents quality office equipment that lasts. We work with each client to understand your workflow, your goals, and your bottom line. Whether you lease or purchase office equipment, we have many ways to work with you to provide the best products at the best value. We also service and provide supplies for HP printers. Call Mountain West Business Solutions today. Let us help you find the best solutions for you and your business.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
From Randolph, Utah to the Uinta Mountains, from Lyman to Evanston. Whenever you have plumbing, heating, or air conditioning problems, call Landmark Plumbing and Heating. at 307-789-8793. Regular office hours run Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., but we also offer 24/7 emergency service. Do you need a new septic system, water heater, or furnace? You can trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. Program our number into your phone right now, 307-789-8793. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
Hacemos algo desenfrenado. Entonces hacemos algo desenfrenado.
23-22, the final in this contest. Official game time, 3 hours and 8 minutes in 7 innings. And in those 23 runs for Green River, just 9 hits, 10 errors for Evanston. Evanston finishes with 22 runs on 13 hits, 6 errors by Green River. A 10-run 6th inning kept going by back-to-back errors by the Evanston Outlaws was the game changer in that one. Final in this game, again, 23-22 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Let's go through who gets the win, who gets the loss, all that stuff, if we can find that. I know Barton finishes with the save, a 2-inning variety on that, and see if we can get this. That would stand to reason then that the winning pitcher would be Molina. Despite giving up 8 runs the previous inning, his offense helped him out, and he comes away with the win. The losing pitcher, T.C. Coles. Actually, they give it to Casey Perriman, but that is not, I don't think that's right because Evanston had the lead. Yeah. So, yes. T.C. Coles with the loss there. Oh, man, 9 hits is all for Green River that they get. And if you go through, I think until the very end, they got a couple of hits in that brought in runs, but we were somewhere in the 4th inning, and they had at that point 6, 12, 13 runs. I think 2 of their runs had been driven in. The rest had been either brought in by errors, walks, or hit by pitch. Evanston took a 4-1 lead in the 1st inning. Green River and Evanston both scored 2 in the 2nd. In the 3rd inning, Green River had 4. Evanston responded with 2 runs and trailed by 2. Green River put 6 up more on the 4th inning. Evanston responded with 5. The only scoreless frame for Evanston until the 7th inning was in the 5th when T.C. Coles worked in quick fashion to get the batters out 1, 2, 3 in unconventional fashion. Evanston then regained the lead with an 8-run inning and actually had the potential walk-off winner at first base and third base. That would have made the 10-run rule in effect, and Evanston could have gone away. Instead, they exited the 5th inning with an 8-run lead, thinking, okay, we're in all right shape right here. Not so fast. T.C. Coles wasn't the same pitcher in the 6th as he was in the 5th. Green River came in with 10 runs and exited that inning with a 2-run lead. Evanston scored just 1 run the rest of the way. They had bases loaded and ran back-to-back suicide squeezes. The second one, Jordan Schneider held off. So that was a ball and opted to back up and take the bat off, and that left Seth Lloyd out to dry, got caught in a pickle, and he was not able to work his way out of that one. And that was effectively the end. Then Schneider struck out 2 pitches later. And the final, 23-22 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. We'll take one last break and close it out here from Evanston, Wyoming at Ross Kesterson Field. This is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on K9 Radio and MyLocalRadio.com.
It's important to feel like you belong. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we understand the value of connection. When you become a member, you join our family. You become an owner of a not-for-profit financial organization, and your success becomes our success. We give back to our members by offering lower loan rates, fewer fees, higher yields, and more products and services. Become a member of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today, and let's work together to reach your financial goals. We're a caring partner here for you. Member NCUA.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
Put
put on a show, so if you need a demonstration, I apologize if I kept you waiting. Have to make a statement.
Welcome back to Ross Kesterson Field one last time. Jake Hibbard joining you in a long contest again. 3 hours, 8 minutes, the official time in 7 innings. 23-22, the final on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. No games this weekend for the Outlaws. They were initially scheduled to go to Rock Springs for a multi-day Friday, Saturday, Sunday tournament. Not the case anymore. Graduation is this weekend, so Outlaws have backed out. They will be in Idaho the following week for a doubleheader against Idaho Falls next Friday and a doubleheader against Pocatello on Saturday. We will be back with them in Rock Springs, actually here in Evanston, against Rock Springs next Wednesday, June 12th, 2 Wednesdays from now, for a doubleheader, and it is conference time for the Evanston Outlaws, and not the best time for them to be heading into conference, as Evanston has now dropped 5 in a row from 9-3 to 9-8. They enter into this final week next week of non-conference play in a skid and searching for answers. Again, 23-22, the final on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. Green River picks up its second win of the season. They move to 2-10 on the year. 2 wins this week, 1 against Powell, 1 against Evanston. This has been a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on K9 Radio. Join us in a couple of weeks when we're back here at Ross Kesterson Field, June 12th, a doubleheader, 5 and 7 p.m. The Rock Springs Sand Puppies against the Evanston Outlaws right here on MyLocalRadio.com.
Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast of Evanston Outlaw Baseball on MyLocalRadio.com. Go online to check out more live and archived action from Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho. Today's executive producer is Val Cook. This has been a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of this stream may be used or rebroadcast without the expressed written consent of the aforementioned rights holder. We thank all of our sponsors for making this broadcast possible, and mostly, we thank you for tuning in.